This is me again, Sunny. I probably haven't done a video recording in like over a month for sure. It took about a month or so to semi off from trading. Took some time off, kind of some time off from trading. I was doing really, really bad to the point it wasn't even worth recording. I was breaking all my rules. I just was not trading well at all. I mean, I was doing piss poor. I was trading like shit. I lost probably like $3,000 on trading. I was just struggling, and I went into a really bad depression with trading, and then also I was stressed out with work. That I couldn't function well with trading. So I took some time off from trading, and now I need some time off from work. I'm still in the same situation, but as far as trading, I'm doing better. I had stopped studying because I couldn't do it, and I'm studying a little bit now, not as much as I used to, but I'm getting better. I remember the last time I did videos, I was making 500 a day roughly, sometimes 1,000 to losing 1,000 a day, losing 500 a day, and just was going down, 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 and I had to take that break. Luckily, I could caught myself enough. I caught myself to actually decide to take a break because I wasn't even trying to take a break. But after so many attempts of trading and failing and failing and failing, I really took a nice break and started feeling like I wanted to get back into the market. And I still feel like I don't, but I feel like I'm good enough to study a little bit and trade a little bit. And this is what happened. So I've been looking at the market every morning or almost every morning for the past 2 weeks now. Not finding anything that I like. So I, as I was coming back to myself and coming back into wanting to trade and wanting to watch the markets and study, I started giving myself advice. Okay, focus on only one thing, which is shorting, but going deeper into shorting, focus on only shorting major resistance, daily resistance, monthly resistance, or if you're gonna short the first green day, you know, at the higher day, only do it at the higher day, and just know higher days your risk. You gotta get out. So giving myself advice and everything. This is gonna be a long video, but I was giving myself advice and everything, and today, this whole week, I've been watching the market, and I've been seeing the same pattern over and over again of first green day spikes with no past resistance, such as this one, no past resistance that is overhead, and looking at the previous spikes and judging it to this spike, and I saw that I saw the opportunity in it. So going from this chart this morning, I saw that it had spiked. I missed this crash right here, but I waited. I waited for it to bounce. I wanted to short it here, but I'm like, yo, remember your rule. Then they got up here. I was like, okay, I'm gonna short here, but I'm like, nah. Compared to high day or high of the morning high, that would be a horrible risk. So I said, okay, no. I'm gonna be patient. This time I'm gonna be patient. This time I'm gonna be smart. This time I'm gonna be strict on my rules. And I saw that right here that it would hit high day, go past it a little bit, and then it came crashing down. So here, I saw it hit high. I saw that it hit high a day, and it went past it a little bit. So I shorted here at it was at the time it was like 30 or 31. What was it? I gotta look in the thing for it to tell me. So I had shorted it at 30, 25. So wherever the fuck that is, which is not here. Oh, wrong day, sorry. So I'm confused. Yeah, so same thing here. I saw that it spiked. I saw that it spiked. It went past high day, or went past the morning high and came up. So today, I told myself, okay, I'm gonna short at the high day. I went past it a little bit, shorted. I shorted at 30.25. I had entered my order at 30, but it ended up getting executed like at the very high of this candlestick, and I just allowed it to come down. Being patient, and within 5 minutes, it came down to 28.50, somewhere around here, and I covered. I was up $524 for the day, $25 for the day, and I was good. Then I looked at the past history. I think I did that before the trade, and I noticed that the past history, it showed that it would spike and it would go really high, and then on the second day it would come down. See right here, it came down. It's still green on the day, but it will come down. So right here for today, it spiked up really high, and on the second day it's gonna come down. Same thing here. It spiked up. On the second day, it comes down. Same thing here. It spiked up. Second day, it comes down. So I was just looking at little things to determine how I was going to play this trade. So I got a 1 day trade left. So um, so going into today, after it did this little thing, I saw that it spiked again. Right here, I had got a phone call. Someone said they were gonna come visit me real quick to do so we can do something, and I got distracted. I should have told them to wait outside or just wait until I can get to you. But it went up, and I was waiting. I was expecting the short here, and I knew it was gonna come down and go a bit higher, and then come crashing down because that's what I saw all day and in the past history. So I was gonna short right here, but I missed it. I could have made an extra few $100 or maybe $500. I don't know. 300 times, 31.50. I would say down to, I'll call it 30. That's $1.50. So 500 shares, I would have been like $450 extra. So I missed it, and I was like, all right, whatever, fuck it. So then this is where I made my biggest mistake of this trade, which I at first I gave this trade a 5-star trade. And then after what I did now, I gave this trade a 1 star as far as my performance, because I broke my rules. So I saw that it rolled up to higher day, right? And I shorted off of higher day. It broke past higher day. I was supposed to cover. That was my first rule. That was my first mistake. I didn't cover when I was supposed to. Not only that, I didn't recognize what the stock was doing. Notice right here, or we can go to the yearly chart. So this is not a good example, but notice right here, in 3 days. So it would spike or go up, come back down, then spike large. Notice from let me get this. Okay. So notice that right here it says 1971. And then it goes up right here. You'll see the high day is 24.97. So that's like roughly $6-7 that it went up. It spiked large. Same thing here. When it hits the high day, it doesn't just hit it by a little bit. It spikes large. And then after it spikes large, it does this. Let me get this shit to work again. So right here, you see it hits the high day, spikes large. Hits the high day, spikes large. So in my head, I should know, okay, if it's going to hit the high day, and this is what Gritani did in this video too. He said this in the video. He was mentioning something like this in his video. But if it hits the high day, and if you see that it's spiking large like this, why short right here? Wait for it to do its run up and then hit the short. So my mistake, and this is my fault. I didn't realize I made this mistake. But it spiked large, and I shorted at high day. I should have allowed it to do its thing and short and then short. But I shorted high day and I held. I held and I fucking hoped. And I realized while I was holding, I made this big mistake. That's mistake number 2. Now, I was upset with myself, but I didn't care. I was down. I lost all the $500 that I made, plus another $200. I was down $200 on a day. But I decided, okay, I can be smart with this. I know it's not coming back down. I knew it wasn't for sure. I had a small feeling that it would come back down here. But I'm like, judging by this pattern, I know it's not coming back down. So I knew it wasn't going to come back down and where I could break even. And I still had like 12K left in my account to use. So I looked at it and I'm just like, okay, this is going to be mistake number 3, but this might turn everything around. I added shares here at high day. I saw that it spiked. It pulled back, then it spiked again. I waited for a second for a second high day. I waited for it to do this big run up, pull back, and then have this big have this second breakout, but not break out as much. And I added my shares, another 300 shares at. Let me look for it. I'm looking for it. Give me 1 second. I don't know. It's not telling me, but I just added that high day right here. I added that high day right here. At like, I don't even know where I added. And it ran up. It did this little thing right here. I added, and then it just came coming down little by little by little. And the whole time I was just like heart beating, having anxiety attacks, just going crazy. Um, excuse me. And then it came crashing down here. I was up. It told me I was up $800. I was like, shit, I'm gonna hold it, but it's not even worth holding. I need to be smart. I didn't cover. I ran right back up. I was down. I was down on my trade again. Then it came crashing down from 800 to now 968. Not worth the wait. I should have just covered at 800. I mean, I should have never held, and I should have never made these three mistakes. But luckily, the third one saved my ass. But that's bad habits building right there. But it came crashing down. Um, came crashing down, and I was able to cover here. And I don't know why my system is not telling me this. I mean, I'm out. I'm out of the trade for sure. Okay, I'm looking for my average. I'm tripping. So I shorted again. I don't understand what the fuck I'm looking at. I don't know. All I know is I added and I shorted again and I covered. Um, I fucking covered. And I made 968 bucks. I'm not even gonna try to figure that shit out. This is not shorted. My average was like 32.80 something, and then it came crashing down. I covered at like 310 or some shit. I had it just sitting there. I had my short just sitting there at like 32.10, and then I made my money. It came down some more. Um, I could have made another 50 cent per share, but I don't care. Yeah, that would have been a nice amount. I mean, we can do the math because I love numbers and I love money. 50, I had 600 shares. 600 shares times an extra 50 cent. I would have an extra $300. So I would have made 1,268 roughly. But it's not worth it. All this roller coaster shit and struggle and confusion is not worth it. So I covered. I made $968. It was great. It boosted my confidence up a little bit, but I'm trying to humble myself because I'm not making more mistakes. I I, I wasn't trading out of cockiness when I got into it the second time nor the first time, but I made a few mistakes, and my arrogance kept me stubborn in the trade, and I didn't cover. Um, but those were the main mistakes that I made. Um, but it is what it is. My fourth mistake would be not covering when I'm up, just getting out. But I'm not looking. I'm not really looking at the dollar. I'm looking for. I'm not trading with a dollar mindset. I'm trading with how can I perform the best I possibly can. And judging from, I'll say this right here and this. Notice it came down, went back up, and then came down some more. Same thing here. These 2 points, it did that. So same thing here. Came down, went back up, and came down some more. So I knew to cover. Now what I'm expecting right here is for it to run up again, hit the higher day, go even higher, and then I have 1 day trade left. I'm gonna shoot my shot again with just 300 shares, not 600. And I'm done for the week. Maybe I'm not thinking about saving this day trade no more. That is a bad strategy to have in mind. Or I'm gonna try to save this day trade for next week. No, if I see an opportunity, I'm gonna take it now. I'm gonna wait. So what I'm expecting for this to happen is for what I'm expecting to happen right now is that it bounces, breaks this high day, breaks it by a large amount. I don't know what number. It could hit 37, it could hit 36, 35. I don't know. I'm not making the judgment. Then when I see the double top right here, that's when I'm gonna look to short. And I'm gonna cover high day. But I was before all this happened, before I took my monthly break, my month break or so, before I started trading bad, I had 26, 27K in my account. I told you that I had borrowed almost 10 grand from two people, so I can get over the PDT rule. I wasn't gonna use their money. I wasn't gonna let my account go under the amount that I borrowed. Um, but one of the persons requested their money back for their personal reasons, and it fucked me up. Not only that person didn't even use their funds for what they said they were going to use it for, so it fucked me up entirely, and it made me really upset. Uh, it made me really upset. I was just pissed, and uh, it caused me to go into a it added more stress onto me. I didn't want to trade under the PD2. I hated it, and that was like a snowball effect to where I'm at today. Luckily, with the grace of God and me just praying and me just fighting and never giving up, it brought me back up because I was really thinking about quitting. I was thinking about not trading anymore. None of this. Never turning on my computer again or my laptop. But with through the grace of God and praying and just although when everything is so dark and blind, I just still don't give up. I don't want to have to go through this again, but it does make me stronger. But what I'm trying to say is that I went I went through it because I had a snowball effect. I had one issue, then another issue, and I was just really upset. But I'm grateful that I stuck through it, and today I made almost $1,000. God forbid I lose this $1,000. God forbid I go back through that whole cycle again. I just want to be successful, and I wanna be successful so I can help myself and help others. But I also want to teach people how to be super duper successful. I want to teach kids who are like me and says like, oh man, I don't ever want to work a job ever in my entire life. I don't I don't want to live like this. I don't want to be like this. And they actually do it. They actually are able to fulfill their dreams of never having to work for anyone, to being their own entrepreneur, to being their own success story. I want to be able to give that opportunity to other little boys and girls. You know, I want to be successful for them. I want to be successful for my mother. I want to be successful for Lisa Marie. I want her to get into it. I want to get my friends into it. I want to be the guy who's like, yo, man, y'all boys, I'm wealthy. I'm rich. I'm rich. I'm wealthy. This is how I did it. Drop everything you're doing. Come with me. And they come with me, and it's just like I'm surrounded by wealthy people, and I'm the one who made them wealthy. My friends, not just not just people I meet on my way to success, but the people that I known before I was successful. Like I was with a friend outside earlier today, and I told him I'm up 500 right now at this moment, and he was like, "Man, I'm gonna go get my CDO license." And I'm like, "For what?" I'm like, "Man, you're not gonna make much money." I told him like, "You're not gonna make much money there. You're gonna be working like a slave." And he's like, "Yeah, but they make good money. And look at you, you in the stock market. You did your thing. I don't even know nothing about it. It's gonna take me forever to learn." I'm like, "Yeah, I feel you, but it's still possible, you know." And I want to be able to be like offer that to him so that he can be successful too, and just teach him how to trade. I want to be that guy. I want to be that nigga who's just like, yo, man. Every time I see Sonny and I'm around him, great things just start to happen. I get amazing feelings. I'm just like, man, I love being around Sonny. I wish I can be around Sonny even more because life just it's like his energy, his aura pours onto other people. He's so successful that you just touch him and you get success. like in the Bible with Jesus, where I think someone was running to Jesus and she just touched him, and God was like, because you believe in me, that you believe that just touch me will make you bless, it will bless you. I bless you. Here you go. Here's the blessing, and boom. I don't know what happened. I can't remember the story in the Bible, and I gotta find it out one day. But just because he touched Jesus, she became blessed, or he became blessed, whoever it was. It might have been blind Bartimaeus or whatever his name was. But I don't know, man. I just I just want to be successful, and I want to help other people. And I'm not talking like this because I made $1,000. Yeah, it feels good. It feels great. But man, I just want to make a difference. Thank you, Father God, for blessing me, man. I ask that you give me the wisdom and give me the knowledge, give me the understanding, so that when I look at these charts, when I look at these stocks, when I look at everything, I see it in the eyes of a wise man, a very experienced man, that I know what I'm doing, that I can control my emotions, and that can see clearly what's in front of me, that I understand it, and I'm disciplined with my trading. I'm consistent with my trading. I'm successful with my trading. Place your hand over my head as I trade and bless me so that I can bless others. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching this video, whoever watches it, and more successes to come.